Jordan Belfort grew up in a simple family of accountants, but his ambitions took him too far. From absolute nerd who was bullied in his first day at job,
because that is what you are, pond scum,
to tremendous amount of money, ridiculous luxury, and tons of powers. Some call him a genius, others a madman.
It's my house, my wife, Naomi.
Even crazier. This is totally real-life story of extraordinary rise and fall of American dream. Inside the chaotic, adrenaline-fueled office of Stratton Oakmont, brokers aren't just closing deals, they're throwing darts by hurling dwarves at oversized targets.
2, 1, let's
Welcome to the world of Jordan Belfort, a man who skyrocketed from humble beginnings to pulling in an astonishing $49 million a year.
I made $49 million.
By the time he was 26, with a model wife, 2 kids, fleets of luxury cars, and a yacht that could rival a small country, Jordan seems to be living the dream. But beneath the glitz and excess, Jordan's life is anything but perfect. Recklessness defines him.
Yes, I think it's true. Say hi, Mommy.
Like the night he nearly crashes a helicopter while drunkenly attempting to land on his mansion's lawn. His empire is fueled by a daily cocktail of illegal substances, each one seemingly more outrageous than the last.
I also gamble like a degenerate. I drink like a fish.
Yet, despite all the chaos, Jordan claims there's no greater rush than making money, a high that gives him unrelenting power and confidence. Rewind to when it all began.
I always wanted to be rich, so let me go back.
At 22, Jordan scored an internship at a prestigious Wall Street brokerage firm. With his supportive wife, Teresa, by his side on the bus ride to his first day, he steps into his new career with cautious optimism. However, Wall Street isn't exactly welcoming. A senior broker sneeringly dismisses him as a pissant, but his boss, Mark Hanna, sees something in Jordan.
Senior broker here, he's just a worthless piker. Why don't you blow?
Taking him under his wing, Mark introduces Jordan to the brutal, no-nonsense world of high-stakes trading. Mark's rules are simple and ruthless. Brokers don't care if stocks rise or fall. They win by getting clients to trade as much as possible.
X on it, 86 and a quarter, 6 months gold.
It's all about commission, and the goal is to keep clients reinvesting their gains rather than cashing out. To drive the point home, Mark unapologetically dives into his wild routine, from profanity-laden pep talks to boozy lunches and stress relief through highly questionable means.
Pick up the fucking phone.
Sorry.
For Jordan, it's like a masterclass in greed and grit. He's captivated by the cutthroat energy of Wall Street, earning his broker's license in record time. But just as his career seems poised for takeoff, disaster strikes. On Jordan's very first day as a licensed broker, the infamous Black Monday crash obliterates the stock market. The firm collapses, leaving him jobless and uncertain about his future. Struggling to make ends meet, Jordan flips through job classifieds, while Teresa, ever supportive, offers to pawn her wedding ring so he doesn't have to sell TVs.
We could pawn my engagement ring.
Their search leads him to a far cry from Wall Street, a rundown brokerage selling penny stocks on the outskirts of town. The office is grim, more like a shabby call center than a sleek trading floor. Here, the brokers target blue-collar dreamers, pitching penny stocks from unknown companies as the next big thing. The job might not have Wall Street prestige, but the commission rate is staggering. 50% compared to Wall Street's measly 1%.
Pink Sheets, it's 50.
Jordan spots the opportunity and pounces. Using his polished Wall Street skills, he charms his first client with an irresistible pitch.
Your $6,000 investment could turn into $60,000.
Welcome to the Investor Center.
This is the kind of stock that changes lives.
The room falls silent as everyone watches Jordan work his magic. When he closes the deal, securing the firm's largest sale to date and pocketing a $2,000 commission, his colleagues erupt in admiration. Jordan, energized by his success, realizes he's found his niche. Months later, Jordan's success starts to show. He buys a flashy new car, which catches the attention of his eccentric neighbor, Donnie Azoff. Overwhelmed by how much Jordan earns, Donnie quits his job on the spot and begs to partner with him. Together, the duo launches their own brokerage firm, recruiting a hilariously mismatched team of salespeople. Most of them have questionable backgrounds.
You just said that everybody wants to get rich.
With experience selling substances far less legal than stocks. Among the crew are Robbie, Chester, Brad, and Nikki, the group's lone lawyer and the only one with formal education. To kick things off, Jordan delivers a masterclass masterclass in the art of selling. He holds up a pen and challenges Brad.
Sell me this pen.
Sell me this pen right here.
Without missing a beat, Brad smirks and replies,
Write your name on this napkin.
Jordan shrugs.
I don't have anything to write with.
Exactly.
Brad says.
That's the need I'm selling.
The lesson clicks, and with Jordan at the helm, their firm quickly transforms into a money-making machine. The crew might be unconventional, but under Jordan's leadership, they're ready to take Wall Street by storm.
Wall Street that our very founders.
One outrageous sales pitch at a time. Initially operating out of a cramped garage, Jordan quickly realizes that to rake in even more cash, he needs a legitimate-looking operation. Enter Stratton Oakmont, a name oozing prestige, complete with a professional logo and a slick strategy. The plan? Have brokers sell stable stocks from big-name corporations to gain clients' trust, then pivot to hawking high-commission penny stocks.
IBM blue chip stocks exclusively.
It's deception dressed in a business suit, and it works like a charm. To keep his team laser-focused, Jordan writes foolproof sales scripts that become the office Bible. Soon, ambitious young brokers flock to Stratton Oakmont, all eager to cash in on the dream Jordan is selling. As the company grows, so do the celebrations. Office parties escalate into wild spectacles with live orchestras, ludicrous bets, and strippers parading through the halls. It's less a workplace and more a frat house on steroids. But their antics haven't gone unnoticed. The FBI, led by Agent Patrick Denham, starts monitoring Stratton Oakmont's suspicious activities. Oblivious to the storm brewing, Jordan agrees to an interview with Forbes magazine.
A total hatchet.
However, the resulting article dubs him a twisted Robin Hood and christens him the Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan is livid. Who do they think they are? He fumes. But his wife, Teresa, reassures him,
Relax. Any publicity is good publicity.
Great. You're in a huge magazine.
The next morning proves her right. Dozens of eager, starry-eyed brokers line up outside his office, desperate to work for the infamous Wolf. Within weeks, Stratton Oakmont doubles in size, moving to a gleaming new office where chaos and debauchery reach legendary levels. The pandemonium becomes so unhinged that Jordan hires his fiery-tempered father, Max, to bring order to the madness.
I know what it is, too much.
Nicknamed Mad Max, Jordan's dad isn't one to mince words. When he discovers the team spent $26,000 on a single dinner, Max explodes, delivering a tirade that echoes through the halls. The brokers, unfazed, burst into laughter, already scheming their next ridiculous stunt, hiring dwarves for a dart-throwing contest. As Max storms out, the team scatters like guilty school kids, laughing as they dive headfirst into another round of excess. Later, Jordan opens up to his father about the cracks forming in his personal life between the endless stream of women, parties, and drugs. His marriage is crumbling.
Sure, it's revolting by normal standards.
Jordan says with a smirk. But who wants to live among the normals? His father, unimpressed, offers no sympathy, leaving Jordan to drown in his excesses. The chaos reaches new heights during a lavish party at Jordan's mansion, where he unveils ambitious plans to target larger companies with initial public offerings, IPOs.
Companies to take public. IPO.
By manipulating stock prices, Stratton Oakmont can pull off even bigger scams. To brainstorm ideas, the team indulges in every illicit substance they can find, turning the meeting into a drug-fueled circus. Amid the haze, someone suggests partnering with Steve Madden, a women's shoe designer and Donnie's old acquaintance. The idea sticks, and a new scam is born. At the same party, Jordan's wandering eye lands on Naomi, a stunning woman who immediately commands the room's attention. Despite disapproving looks from Teresa and Naomi's boyfriend, Jordan shamelessly flirts, sparking undeniable chemistry.
You like to jet ski?
I've never done it before.
Later, Naomi agrees to dinner with him. Over playful banter, Jordan's imagination runs wild. When he drops her off, she coyly invites him up for tea. For a moment, he hesitates, considering returning to his wife. But Naomi steps out completely nude, and his hesitation vanishes. The two begin a passionate affair. It doesn't take long for the truth to unravel. One day, Teresa catches them in the back seat of a limousine.
You! Get out of the car!
Stunned and heartbroken, she doesn't even speak. 3 days later, Jordan files for divorce. Wasting no time, he moves in with Naomi, who embraces the extravagant lifestyle with open arms. Together, they dive deeper into the world of endless cash and even fewer rules. Meanwhile, Stratton Oakmont's profits skyrocket through increasingly illegal schemes. The money flows so fast that Jordan struggles to find ways to spend it. To shield himself from inevitable scrutiny, he hires a personal lawyer,
$700 an hour to be the voice.
ensuring his empire can continue to operate in the shadows. For Jordan, the line between success and self-destruction grows thinner by the day. Jordan proposes to Naomi in the only way he knows how, extravagantly, and celebrates with a $2 million bachelor party in Las Vegas, a debauched spectacle of excess. At their over-the-top wedding, Jordan meets Naomi's charming Aunt Emma from London,
The donuts, I see.
who becomes an instant favorite. As a grand wedding gift, he surprises Naomi with a yacht aptly named after her. For a brief moment, life feels perfect, and the couple radiates happiness.
You like it?
Yeah.
But the facade of their perfect life cracks within a year and a half. One fiery night, Naomi hurls a glass of water in Jordan's face after discovering he spent the previous evening discussing business with a hired companion. The next blow comes when Jordan, heavily intoxicated, attempts to land his helicopter on their front lawn, obliterating the grass and triggering the alarm which wakes their daughter Skylar.
Helicopter and woke up Skylar.
These explosive fights become routine, each one escalating to absurd levels of drama. Yet, just as quickly, the couple finds themselves in passionate reconciliations, as if chaos is the foundation of their bond.
Greek tragedy, honey, oh my God!
At work, the much-anticipated Steve Madden IPO finally arrives. Steve, the nervous shoe designer, visits the Stratton Oakmont office, only to be met with jeers and mockery from the unruly brokers. They pelt him with trash, clearly unimpressed by his lackluster presentation. Jordan steps in, seizing the moment to inspire his team with a rousing speech. He paints Steve as a visionary who's reshaping the world of fashion, reframing the awkward moment into an opportunity for profit. The brokers shift gears, rallying behind the IPO with fervor. The Steve Madden IPO becomes a roaring success, bringing in staggering profits for the firm.
$22 million!
However, Jordan's victory lap is cut short when he learns the FBI is closing in on him. They've acquired incriminating photos from his wedding and launched an official investigation into his business dealings.
Copy of your wedding video. FBI?
Alarmed, Jordan consults a private investigator who delivers a harsh reality check. Bribing Agent Denham, the lead investigator, is a dead end.
Agent Denham, this is Agent Hughes. Hi, how are you?
But Jordan, ever the schemer, refuses to accept defeat. In a last-ditch effort, Jordan invites Denham and his partner aboard his luxurious yacht. He rolls out his usual charm offensive: lavish spreads of food, endless champagne, and a grand tour of the opulent vessel. But Denham isn't buying it. The meeting devolves into thinly veiled threats and outright insults, leaving no doubt that Jordan has made an enemy out of the determined agent. Facing mounting pressure,
A year's salary right here.
Jordan turns to Swiss banking to hide his illicit wealth. During a chaotic transatlantic flight, fueled by substances, he spirals out of control. He assaults a flight attendant and even brawls with the pilot, who has no choice but to restrain him to a chair. When Jordan finally sobers up, Donnie gleefully recounts his antics. Thanks to Nikki's legal connections, Jordan narrowly avoids jail upon landing. Once in Switzerland, Jordan meets with banker Sorrel, an expert in navigating criminal financial loopholes. Sorrel outlines a plan to open an account under the name of a non-US citizen to keep the funds hidden.
Let's get down to it. What would you like to know?
Jordan immediately thinks of Naomi's Aunt Emma, trusting her to help execute the scheme. Jordan travels to London to persuade Aunt Emma, who reluctantly agrees. To move the cash discreetly, they also involve Brad's Swiss-born wife, initially strapping stacks of money directly to her body. However, the impracticality of this plan leads them to a new approach, enlisting Naomi's relatives as couriers, each discreetly carrying a portion of the cash. Tensions boil over when Donnie insists on including his own money in the transfer. A heated argument with Brad erupts, culminating in Brad punching Donnie and knocking him out cold.
You dress like shit, so...
On the day of the operation, Donnie reignites the feud, loudly demanding an apology from Brad. Their commotion catches the attention of the police. In a panic, Donnie drops a briefcase filled with cash and flees, leaving Brad to face arrest and interrogation. As the chaos of the money laundering scheme unfolds, Donnie stumbles upon a stash of rare pills with a notorious reputation.
Time's as powerful as anything available today.
Intrigued by their legendary potency, Jordan can't resist trying them. At first, the pills seem disappointingly ineffective, leading the pair to recklessly double their dosage. Just as they start feeling the effects, Naomi, now heavily pregnant with their second child, interrupts Jordan to take an urgent phone call. Jordan's chaos catches up to him when his private investigator delivers bad news. Brad has been arrested.
Friend there, Brad, your little buddy, he's in jail.
And the FBI has tapped all of Jordan's phones. Panicking, Jordan drives to a nearby golf club to return a call in secrecy. But the delayed effects of those infamous pills hit him like a freight train. His speech slurs, and he collapses to the floor.
Don't get behind the wheel of the car. I'm gonna sit around.
Writhing in confusion.
I was hit so hard I unlocked a whole new stage, the cerebral palsy phase.
Jordan narrates, with dark humor only he could muster. Determined not to lose control, Jordan crawls on the ground like a wounded soldier, tumbling down a staircase in an almost cartoonish fashion. With sheer willpower and a bit of luck,
I can roll. I can roll.
he manages to open the door of his Lamborghini, using only his foot, and drags himself inside. Barely coherent, he somehow drives home, creating a surreal scene that's part slapstick comedy, part cautionary tale. At home, Jordan finds Donnie in the middle of a phone call to Switzerland. Realizing Donnie might be saying something incriminating, Jordan snaps into action, wrestling the phone away in a manic frenzy. The chaos doesn't stop there. Moments later, Donnie begins choking on a piece of meat, and Jordan springs into action again, saving him from suffocating. All of this unfolds under the horrified gaze of Jordan's family, who can only watch as their lives continue to spiral into absurdity. Exhausted, Jordan collapses on the couch, but his moment of rest is short-lived. The police arrive to arrest him. Despite confessing, Jordan is released due to a lack of solid evidence, while Brad, refusing to implicate Donnie, serves 3 months in jail. Realizing the FBI won't rest until they get their man, Jordan's lawyer urges him to strike a deal.
My guess is that your best friend, Agent Denham, will be standing around with his in his hand.
Step down as CEO, pay a hefty fine, and avoid prison time. Reluctantly, Jordan agrees and calls his employees together for a heartfelt resignation speech. But as he begins, his bravado kicks in. Midway, he denounces himself as a hypocrite for quitting.
It's me being a hypocrite is what it is.
A man who always preached resilience.
This is my home. I'm not leaving. No one can take me out of here.
He declares, defiantly ignoring his father's advice to play it safe. Jordan throws yet another wild yacht party, this time to celebrate Brad's release from jail. But even the party's excess can't mask the cracks forming in his empire. Brad decides to leave the business for good, and 2 years later, he dies of a heart attack, a sobering reminder of the toll their lifestyle takes. Meanwhile, the FBI tightens its grip on Stratton Oakmont, subjecting its founders to relentless interrogations. Despite the pressure, no one folds, and the case stalls. Jordan, undeterred, takes a risky gamble and flies to Italy with Donnie and their wives for a luxurious escape. But trouble follows. One day, Jordan learns Steve Madden is selling off his shares.
It's gotta be Steve. He's the only person with that many shares.
Citing Jordan's mounting legal troubles as the reason. As if that weren't enough, Naomi tearfully informs him that Aunt Emma has died of a heart attack.
And Emma is dead.
The news is devastating, not only because of her loss, but because the $20 million in her Swiss bank account is now at risk of seizure. Banker Sorrell offers a glimmer of hope, explaining that Emma named Jordan as the account's heir, but there's a catch. To secure the money, Jordan must reach Switzerland within 24 hours. Obsessed with protecting his fortune, Jordan orders the yacht's captain to sail immediately, despite warnings of dangerous weather.
Yeah, I mean, if we take it slow.
Yeah, we're gonna take it slow.
Naomi protests, wanting to attend Emma's funeral in London, but Jordan brushes her off, prioritizing the money over everything else. The decision proves disastrous. A violent storm engulfs the yacht, threatening to sink it entirely. As chaos reigns, Jordan refuses to face death without his signature defiance. He orders Donnie to retrieve pills from a flooded cabin. Against all logic, Donnie risks his life, emerging drenched and clutching the pills like a trophy. Jordan swallows one just as a massive wave capsizes the yacht, completing the madness. Miraculously, Italian Coast Guards rescue everyone, but as Jordan regains his footing, he watches in disbelief as the private jet he had arranged for his trip to Switzerland crashes into the ocean before his eyes. It's a moment of clarity. a divine slap in the face. For the first time, Jordan takes it as a sign to quit drugs. For good. 2 years later, Jordan is filming a flashy commercial promoting his sales and enrichment seminar.
But to thrive.
Dressed sharp and oozing charisma, he delivers his pitch with his signature confidence. Just as he's about to nail the final take, a swarm of FBI agents storms the set, arresting him mid-shoot. It's a humiliating spectacle, but worse yet, his Swiss banker Sorel and associate Kaycon have also been caught laundering money in the U.S. under pressure. Sorel cracks like an egg, betraying Jordan and exposing the entire network of accomplices.
21 counts, money laundering.
Now under house arrest, Jordan finds himself at rock bottom. Donnie visits, oozing reassurance that none of their inner circle will betray him. He even promises to cover any of Jordan's expenses. But Jordan's once loyal allies feel further away than ever, especially Naomi, who refuses to speak to him.
Mortgage the house in order to make bail.
As sobriety dulls his life into a monotonous haze, Jordan starts to unravel. The FBI presents him with a lifeline: cooperate and inform on his colleagues to dodge a crushing 20-year sentence. Jordan wrestles with the offer, knowing someone from Stratton Oakmont might flip first. Torn, he buys himself time to decide. At home, Jordan tries to salvage his relationship with Naomi, professing his love and begging her for another chance.
Everyone's gonna have to give information on this.
But Naomi's resolve is steely. She announces she's filing for divorce.
I want a divorce.
Jordan's heartbreak turns to fury.
When I'm under investigation with an ankle monitor, this is when you decide you don't love me anymore.
He roars. Naomi counters with a cold warning. She'll fight for sole custody of their children. The argument explodes. Naomi slaps Jordan, and in a moment of unhinged rage, he hits her back. The blow is a horrifying turning point, shattering whatever was left of their relationship. Consumed by despair, Jordan succumbs to his demons, breaking his sobriety in the worst way possible. He dives into his hidden stash of drugs, spiraling into a chaotic high. Fueled by a cocktail of anger and delusion, he storms into his daughter Skylar's room, scoops her up, and announces they're going on a road trip. Naomi, desperate to stop him, chases after the car with a kitchen knife, shattering the driver's side window. Jordan, barely functional, reverses recklessly, slamming into a wall and hitting his head on the steering wheel. Skylar's terrified cries snap Naomi into action, and she retrieves her trembling daughter as Jordan collapses in a stupor. Faced with the reality of decades in prison, Jordan finally folds. He agrees to wear a wire and inform on his colleagues. Returning to the office, he's greeted with open arms by his unsuspecting employees. Their cheers a bitter reminder of his betrayal. When Donnie arrives, Jordan secretly slips him a handwritten note.
Don't incriminate yourself. I'm wired.
But Donnie, ever the opportunist, strikes his own deal with the FBI. The next morning, agents arrest Jordan, waving the note as damning evidence against him. Stratton Oakmont collapses as mass arrests ripple through the firm. Donnie, ever one step ahead, erases incriminating data from his computer before the raid. For cooperating, Jordan secures a reduced sentence, but the fallout is devastating. At his sentencing, only his elderly parents attend. Their tearful support, a stark contrast to the roaring crowds that once worshipped him. Terrified of prison, Jordan braces for the worst.
Absolutely terrified.
But his time behind bars feels more like a country club than a punishment. While FBI agent Denham rides a crowded, grimy subway home, Jordan plays tennis on pristine courts in the prison yard. Even in confinement, his money buys privileges, insulating him from the consequences of his crimes. Upon release, Jordan reinvents himself once again. Now a motivational speaker, he travels the globe hosting sales seminars. Before packed auditoriums, he commands his audience with the same charm that once built his empire. Holding up a pen, he utters the challenge that has become his trademark.
Sell me this pen.
Sell me this pen.
As the camera lingers on Jordan's smug grin, the screen fades to black, leaving viewers to reflect on his rise, fall, and perpetual reinvention.